Okay, sorry, my desktop's kind of a mess. Anyway, I know that some of you students want to learn a little more about Pixlr and how to use it and all that, and sometimes we may not have enough time in class, or there aren't that many computers, to tell the truth. So I decided to make these videos for those of you that want to learn more, and also so that you can kind of play with it outside of school. And of course, this is my son. You'll hear him occasionally, hope he's not too distracting. So let's navigate to Pixlr. Now what I did was obviously go through Safari. You can go through Explore or whatever it is that you want to use. And we're going to go through here. Remember the keyboard shortcuts that I taught you. Right? In this case, if you are out here on the internet, or at least on your browser, you can put Command or Control T and then just add another tab, right? And that's useful for when you're actually looking up something, when you have to look for two different things and you want to skip over stuff. But in Pixlr, it's going to mean something completely different. So let's first navigate to that. Okay, so here we are. You're going to go down, you press that little button that was there. Now here we see two different types of Pixlr. This Pixlr is one you can get on your mobile. As they say, it's kind of quick effects, overlays, and borders. It's really nice if you want to like mess with your photos, and I would suggest you get it on your cell phone if you want to. You can even look at it here, right? Just navigate to that fast. Right, so if you wanted, let's say, picture, it'll browse your stuff, browse your pictures, and open it, and then it's super cute, right? And here's some effects, make it vintage looking, right? Right, that's a vintage one. Right. You can also do adjustments. Yeah, that's you. Right? That's Bati. Alright. Sorry. And overlays, right? Vintage overlay. See that? You can see the borders out here. So that's kind of like a quick sort of thing. And then this is the one that we are going to be using, which is Pixlr Editor. Okay, let's launch that. Now, for Pixlr Editor, this is your interface, right? You can get a new image, start with a blank image, or one from the clipboard, open an image from your computer, open an image from URL, open an image from library, images from Pixlr, Facebook, or whatever, right? So you can browse these and see which one you want to start off with. This time, what we're going to be doing is out here, we're just going to put Command T, so we can add another tab, and we're going to be looking for horse pictures. I know you're probably tired of looking for horse pictures, but in this case, we're looking for a horse picture, right? Which one? That's actually a pretty good horse. I'll pick that one. This is the one he wants. So, we'll click on it, at least in my case. I know. They're horses. There you go. So this is the picture. You click on it, and you click at the very top, you can see it's the URL of the whole picture. Now, if for some reason your internet is kind of slow, you can take it, put it to the side right here, and then you can look for your next picture, which in this case will be an ostrich, Sebastian. Right? I seem surprised by all of this stuff. You like that one?
Yeah.
It's a crazy looking one. Let's see, any of these would work. Remember, let's look at the picture that we had, which is this. It's facing one way. You can see.
Daddy.
So the one you want.
Daddy.
Yes, little one? That's only a head. So the one you're looking for, the one you're looking for,
Daddy,
I know,
Daddy.
yes. Oh, I see it. Okay, so the one you're looking for is one where the face is also pointing the same direction. This one looks like a good one. Let's hope it's big enough. I forgot to see if it is. So remember what I told you in your search tools, you have to make the size a little bigger too. So you're looking for a larger size and one that looks nice. Alright, pick this one. View image. That's a nice one. I like that one. It's looking straight ahead. It's a crazy person. So we'll shove that in there. Okay. And now what we will do is then go back to Pixlr. We close off our tab. Go back to Pixlr and say, open from computer if you wanted to, or new image. It's cute. Sebastian. Open the horse picture. There you go. There's a horse picture. Drag this ostrich. Just toss it on. No, yes we can. So then file and open an image.
Daddy,
That one. Okay, this one. Let's go with that one. Okay. You're gonna like this selection. Okay. So here we are. We have two pictures, right? Two pictures right here. Now this button right here. First of all, this button right here. This X means you're closing it. You can see while I'm on there. This one maximizes it, right? Is it bigger?
Daddy.
Right? So you can work on it better. And for right now, let's put it down here to the side. You don't need to see it necessarily. We're going to be working kind of with this one right now because we need the horse's head, right? And then I'll show you what we're going to do to this one right now. But first, we have to get to this lasso tool, right? So one tool is great too. This one, marquee tool is nice, but this lasso tool is okay. There's a hand right there. So what we need to do is we need to grab this. Remember, this allows us. Oops, I clicked on the right one. This allows us to kind of focus in onto wherever that window is. See this window right here? Drag it over here. See the horse's eye. See the horse's ear. Mouth. Right? And make it a little bigger. So that is essentially what we will be working with. Right? This hand, as Sebastian pointed out, this hand allows you to move the picture around. Right? Can you do it any other way? 'Cause, yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is first we are going to cut him out using this right here. Fairly okay thing right now. Not the best selection, but a fairly good selection. Okay. Then what you can do, double click on that. Either use Control or Command X. You can cut it out like so. Or you can go to Edit, Copy, or Cut. Cut means it'll cut it out completely out of the picture. Copy means it'll copy it, which is fine if you copy it, right? And then, let's see, because Photoshop will allow me to do this. Let's see what it does. Do this here. And then we'll go to Edit and Paste. Okay. Now that it's here, right, it's going to be one of the layers, as you can see here. on the side, right? What you get to do is you turn it off so that you don't need to see the layer. We'll clean this up in a little bit, but we'll turn it off right now. The one we're going to be focusing on is this one right here. This layer, the one with the ostrich. The one with the horse, the eye is turned off, or at least it's invisible to us right now. We're going to be messing with just this layer right here, right? Because the thing is, when we cut the horses, or at least a part of it off, like this, sorry, always remember to select the layer you're trying to move. So select the layer you're trying to move, right? Make sure it's in the right spot. And make sure you're going to be moving into place. Now, the problem is, once I clean up this horse's head, the problem will be that there's still ostrich in the picture. That makes it a problem. It doesn't make it, it won't allow you to really focus on the fact that it's going to be half ostrich, half horse. So we're going to turn this off. So what I'm going to show you is a clone stamp tool. Click here and that will allow you to clone anything in the picture. Make sure you are selected on the image that you want to change, because if you're not, then you're clone stamping something else. So as the name refers to, you are going to be cloning an image or some parts in the image. And the first things you're going to do, let's get these leaves right here, these trees right here. I'm going to clone these to this side right here. So if I click on it, if you put Command or Control, you hold down either the Command or Control, and you click with your mouse, and you move over, you're able to, if you notice, kind of clone those trees back there. Whoops. Right? Let's see. Oh, that's right. Forgot that this is the new. Hey, so back there, it's kind of clone trees. I mean, if you did a better job, it would not seem too bad. So how do you do a better job? Well, come on in. There's no way of doing it otherwise. So first we have to clone out the head of this giant turkey. We're going to use the Command or Control to click on an area out here that you want to use, so that it doesn't look too weird. You can continuously Command and click, or Control and click, and then kind of taking it, right? Because not everything. Because if you just do it on one whole thing, it's going to look strange. You want to paint it out slowly. It's going to look kind of weird, but the illusion will make sense once you're actually doing it. See, this one right here works well with this. Works well with that. I'm going to take that out from my mouse. Okay, and it takes a while. Okay, just continue doing this. Down the image, or move this image down. Kind of cover it. You don't have to make it perfect. It's not like anyone's really looking at how perfect that is, right? The illusion itself will make sense later. Okay. And I know it looks like all we're doing is erasing, but what you're doing is you are copying different parts of the image onto, well, over the ostrich's neck. Ostrich's neck, yeah? Alright. Of course you could make that brush size a little bigger, right? So then it's not like, oh my gosh, this work is making me take forever. I'm trying not to. I am, well, good. Get mad at, somebody. Get mad at somebody. I'm just kidding. Don't get mad at me. I'm kidding. Okay, so now for the most horrifying thing you've seen at least today. A headless ostrich. Where's his head? Ah, where's his head? And if you notice, his head was someplace here. But it doesn't look too bad, mainly because the background is so hectic. It doesn't look terrible. Now let's turn that. Ah, okay, we're getting closer to, and again, whichever layer you have selected, that's unfortunate layer that you move. So, since we're working on this layer, in fact, yeah, since we're working on this layer, click on that, and you'll be able to move it. Okay, so that's kind of nice. That's kind of what we want. And again, you don't want to erase it from out here because you'll miss the details. Do you want to use an eraser tool? Go up to it, you can make it big. Make sure the hardness isn't too hard. Right? In other words, this would be rigid. Just see that? Just a real rigid kind of thing. What you want to do then is make it lighter. See that? Because if you make it lighter, then it blends in a little better. What you're doing then is kind of making the... And I'm not going to do such a great job with this. I warn you right now. What you're doing is kind of blending it in. Erasing and kind of blending in to the background so it doesn't look too strange, so that it's absorbed slightly in the back. Okay. Let's erase those ridges. Let's miss this. Let's take off his shoes like a crazy person. Sorry. Can you do this better? Of course you can. You can use one of these and go into this and cut this completely out. Right. Delete. Goodbye. Right. You can then do it again up here. And I mean, you can really get into taking this out. Try to get as much of that green out of there. You can again get really close into this. And to move it around like that, I'm holding down the space bar, clicking down, and moving up and down. Right? It's essentially creating this part right here. So I'm moving it up and down. See how these things are pixelated? It's because I'm super close into it. Now I can change this the size of the brush, so let's say at 20, so that I can really get into it. Right? Look how, sorry, it's settings on my mouse.
Oh, wow, Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Press, Sebastian?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's useful. So when you are trying to move it, just go ahead and hold down your space bar and click and move. Right? Use the greens. Back to the green screen.
Blue one. Blue one.
Yes, if you want to learn this, it does take a lot of patience. I mean, it's not bad. It's actually kind of fun. I enjoy it. I feel like it's very meditative. That's me. Okay. There we go. Just make sure we got a lot of it. Of course, this part here with the horse part. So it starts slightly disappearing. It's not too bad. That's it. He's starting to look a little better, right? I mean, he's not so green around the gills. Green around? No? Okay. So you're going to use the eraser tool still. Click up here, make it as big as humanly possible. Make it bigger than that. Diameter right here, 200. You can make it, whoa, make it as big if you want to. Okay. So we want to blend in the horse head. Any sharp kind of areas you want to take out, and here we go. Look at this. Okay, there you go. And now we have ourselves a horstrich, right? You'll say, but Mr. Okay, that doesn't look. I mean, it's fine and all. I like it, right? But what? And the reason I'm leaving it like this is because you can move the head around if you wanted to. If you didn't like the spot it was in, if you wanted more up here or more down here, right? It's completely up to you. Right there, right? But yeah, here's where you have the adjustments. Here's where you make this into something slightly different, right? First we'll do, if you're happy with this, we are going to merge the layers. So when you go to layer, I believe, no, actually, let me see. They're in different places. Okay, so under layer, you're going to go to merge, either merge visible or merge down. Doesn't really matter. Oops, layer, merge visible. That's what they are. So it's one layer, and you can't move that around, which is fine, right? Then this whole thing, you go into adjustment. They have some right here that you can just change the look of it. See? It's something now has old timey look, right? You can also adjust it by doing a sepia if you wanted to. That's a super old-timey look. Right? You can do another adjustment if you wanted to. You could also go to filter. It has a wide variety of things you can use. At least in this one. This is night vision. You found one at night. Like, oh no, there's an ostrich. We're gonna hunt it down. Right? Or you can go to filter and then change it to it's President Horstrich. No? You can also go to, let's see, polarize, color, no. Kaleidoscope is kind of crazy. It's a kind of weird thing there that's just kind of weird design that you might like. Some crazy reason. But you can play with the filters all you want, right? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one more photo to this. So out here, I've clicked out here. You're going to put Command T or Control T, whichever. Okay. So paper texture. That can be any of these things. Right. So I'm looking for paper texture. Let's see something that might work. I'm going to make it look like an old photo. Old dingy photo, so it's messed up. This looks great. It's a DeviantArt. Let's see. Go to the image. Perfect. Grab it. Move it away. Click off of it. Grab that image. Bring it in through Open Image. And scroll down until you find that thing. Boom. Use this tool, which is a marquee tool, and you are going to select that portion, or at least I'm going to select that portion if I want to, and I'm going to go Control X to take it out, press back on this thing, Control V to copy. It's a tiny picture, that's fine. And then remember, whenever we do look for another tab, we put Command T. In this case, we're going to put Control T, and that allows me to make this picture as big as I want, or distort it, or change it around, right, as much as I want. In this case, I'm covering up my image, right? So no one knows that it's there. I'm just kidding. Press Enter, and it covers the image completely. Now what I can do then, clicking here, go to this button right here, which is my layer settings. Now this can allow me to drop the opacity, right? It can also allow me to change its blending mode. So add does that, alpha does nothing to this picture at least, darken does that scary mess, use that, and then maybe then change the filter on the thing to night vision, right? Difference does that, which is interesting. Maybe it's like a scary story, a nightmare you had, right? Erase does, I don't know what, it just erased the whole giant thing. This one is a hard light, then invert, which is also kind of a creepy thing. Layer, which brings it back to the layer image. Darken, which is that. Darken, it lightens all the parts are lightened or things that appear. Multiply is the one that I'm probably going to use. Okay? Because what it does is it takes out all the stuff that's lighter color and only leaves a darker, dingy sort of look. Right? Then on top of that, well, once we're done with that, we can then merge the visible layers. You know, yay, visible filter. Then you can play with whichever one of these that you like, right? Or you can go to adjustments and change that to, it's an old photo of this day. Right, so there's your horstrich, half horse, half ostrich. You guys can make your own kind of inventions if you like, and we'll go over more of this in class. Alright then, thank you guys. Hope you have fun with Pixlr. Really try it out, figure this whole stuff out. And this was your first lesson, and I'll put up more videos. Alright guys.